And we're back for another episode of Helmet to Helmet. I know it's been a long, time that we've been away. Was it week 3 we couldn't record because some people want to be difficult with us, but that doesn't matter anymore. Past is the past. And last week I couldn't be part of the show. I had to go to the doctor, and I just wasn't feeling well. And hope you understand. But we're back, stronger than ever, and we're gonna have a hell of a time this week. Is that right, Adolfo?
Yeah, man, we got a hell of a good matchup now. The league is kind of even now. Everyone still has a shot. We got 4 people, 1-3. We got, I think 3 people, 2-2, and then 2 people, 3-1, and then we got, of course, Mr. Undefeated, El Paisano, our leader right now, 4-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, bye weeks are kind of gone, but
Yeah.
but playoff positions aren't. So everyone's
exactly. All right, we have a lot of good matchups this week, and Adolfo, why don't you take us off with our first matchup?
Our first matchup of this week is going to be against yours truly, the hostess of the mostest, Mr. Commissioner Hulk, going up against our ex-champion, soon to be back to back. But El Mencho 956 for life is making a comeback. Well, did he win last week?
Yeah, yes he did.
Yeah, he won. Oh no, he had lost against Beto. That was our biggest game of the week.
Yeah, that was the week before. Yeah,
that was crazy, man. But anyways, we're talking about this week here, okay? So let's not worry about that. Aaron Rodgers, my man's out, bro. Metro seems looking weak, but you know what? Even though he's missing one player, I still think he's gonna be doing good. For his best player performing this week, it'll have to be Mr. Ezekiel Elliott, man. Ezekiel Elliott, he's gonna ball out against this rivalry game. Like, what rivalry weekend is always crazy games,
Yeah.
And Ezekiel Elliott's been consistent, and with this week, Giants the defense, well, they're pretty good with the rushing, but Ezekiel Elliott does it all. He catches it. He does screens. Like, this dude's a monster. He could run up 30 yards up the middle. Like, dude, this dude's crazy. So yeah, and I think his sleeper might have to be Tyler Lockett, man, because Lockett, that dude, he either does really good for you, or he does not so good. But Tyler Lockett, man's going to depend on his game. If he has a 30, 40-point game, good luck beating him, man. But if he has like a 10-point game or less, like, it's going to be a waste of a spot. But, who knows? Who knows? And for Commissioner Hulk right here, Mr. number one player. His number one player, but believe it or not, I'm feeling pretty good about Mr. Jefferson over here, man. Especially going against this Seahawks defense, whose secondary isn't really the best. We saw the Falcons score ahead of a passing yards on them. We saw the Cowboys do the same thing. These guys are getting passed on like gacho bad. You can't run against them, but you could definitely pass against them. That's a definite yes. But it's gonna have to be him. For sleeper, man, it's gonna have to be Mr. Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is not the same Todd Gurley we saw last year or 2-3 years. Man.
Yeah.
Like, he's not the same dude. He kind of reminds me of Joe Mixon, Like, Joe Mixon and Todd Gurley now are like hit or miss. They either do super good for you or nothing. But they're not consistent. So,
but he had 2 touchdowns last night.
Yeah.
Going against the Packers defense, and that was pretty good.
Last night was his best game, though.
Yeah, even had Matt Ryan blocking for him. That was a pretty good play.
Yeah. But it's
yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, those are gonna be my two top players. For the winner of the week this week, with Edmencho's team missing a quarterback and a running back, Aaron Jones. He still has Josh Jacobs on his bench, but I still feel like he's gonna play him. But I don't know, man, because Jacobs had one good game the first week, and after that first week, he hasn't done much, man. Just 12 points at most. And so that's probably why another reason he has him on the bench, you know. But man, I might have to give this one to. I see it pretty even here, bro. It's gonna depend on how Darren Waller does, and it's gonna depend on who Edmencho picks up as his quarterback. That's gonna be a big difference in this team.
Yeah.
I see Jimmy Garoppolo and Big Ben available, so those two guys are solid quarterbacks. I'm looking for a quarterback too because my quarterback doesn't have a good game this week, so I really want one of those two quarterbacks. So you best believe, Junior, I'm gonna steal one of them from you. You probably won't see this till I have him already. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably get one, but this video will be out tomorrow afternoon. So by the time you see this, I'm already gonna have one. But it's gonna depend who he gets as his quarterback, man.
Yeah,
it's a tough one, but I feel like Commissioner Hoke's gonna make a comeback here. Why? Because of Kareem Hunt, baby. Nick Chubb is injured, and Kareem Hunt, you best believe he's gonna have a 40 point.
I called it at the beginning of the season. It was like people were like, "Give me," like Manolo was telling me, "Give me Kareem Hunt," because he knew that Nick Chubb is susceptible to an injury. And look what happened. Yeah, I think it was an MCL, and he is out for like 4 to 6 weeks, I think.
6 weeks, man.
And I just got stud on like from my bench to my starting lineup.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. But yeah, I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be super close.
Yeah.
I feel it, man. I feel it.
Oh, no
this
doubt.
Might be like, hey, maybe a tie. I don't know.
I hope not.
But yeah, man.
Fuck ties. They suck.
Yeah, and then Junior team, I don't know how I feel about Higgins and Davis.
Oh, no. Don't doubt Higgins. Higgins is really good on the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, let me look at Higgins. Let's see.
He's all right. Like he could do good. And
against Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago, he had like 9 targets, 5 receptions, 4 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's what boosted him up to to what he is right now. But I think he's a rookie, but really good. Really good
against
dude.
that Baltimore defense, bro.
Oh no,
it's gonna give him a good.
Yeah,
it's gonna. Yeah. When I saw Baltimore, I'm like,
that's a doozy. What? Never know. You never know what.
Baltimore kind of didn't look like Baltimore against the Chiefs, but they were probably just scared. Yeah.
Yeah. But they look good against the Redskins. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but for sure. Good game. It's gonna be a good game. A lot of good games today, bro.
Oh yeah. Alrighty. We're gonna jump into my next matchup. If you haven't noticed, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're picking 2 players instead of 3. It keeps things fresh. 3, sometimes we just pick the same players all the time, and that just gets boring. We want to keep it fresh and clean. So yeah, we're gonna pick like an all-star player, and then we're gonna pick a sleeper. If you don't know what a sleeper is like just the player that you don't expect to like blow up that week, and we'll see how that goes. For my first matchup, we have Christian's team going against your another co-host. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town looking for another win. And Christian seems trying to secure his place with this win. So let's see how that goes. For Christian's star player of the week, is going to be Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is going against division team rival, the New York Giants. This is like, this game is it. Like, Cowboys have been sucking this heat this season, and and if they can win this game, they'll cement their place above the other team rivals, like the Eagles and the Redskins. Well, not the Redskins anymore.
Yeah.
But Amari Cooper in the last couple of weeks has been doing pretty good. I'd say so myself. Let's take a quick for Amari Cooper. He's had, scoring from like 18, 16, 17. And then last week he had 33 points. Last week he had 16 targets. Jeez. 12 receptions, 34 receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, and then a 2-point conversion. Man, he was all over the place last week.
He was all over the field, man.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Where were you?
I hate that, man. Like, my Cowboys are just like, hey, you know what? Let's show up to the game, but let's not play until the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like their game plan every week.
No, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
And then for my sleeper of the week, it's gonna be Kenyan Drake. Kenyan Drake hasn't been performing like the all-star Kenyan Drake that we all know, but I expect good things from this week. He's going against the New York Jets, and the New York Jets are just, they're not good. Defense or offense, and what else can you expect? Any team that goes against the New York Jets this year has been like, doing really good. So, especially on the running backs. So
One thing I'm gonna say about Kenyan Drake. I'm watching him, bro, and he's not looking like the same, man. Like, something's up with him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna get injured this game, which is why I feel like Robert has Edmonds.
Yeah.
Because they've been putting in Edmonds now. Or
yeah. Well,
am I saying his name right? Edmonds or Edmonds, whatever.
Chase Edmonds, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah, man. I feel like he might get injured, and Edmonds gonna step it up, and he's just gonna take over the number one spot.
Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, something about the Jets, turf that just fucks your players up. Mm-hmm. And is it a home game? Yes, it is a home game at New Jersey, not New Jersey, New York.
I feel like I like, don't call me a jinxer, but I feel like it's gonna be an injury right there.
Yeah.
Maybe not a big one, but he's going to be done for the game, at least. But I don't know about weeks. He's a strong man, so never know.
Yeah, he also was questionable last week because he got hit really hard in the chest. And they said that he might have broke something, but I don't think so. They said they just got the wind knocked out of him, but we'll see how Drake plays this week. Mm-hmm. That being said, we are going to I'm going to go on to our co-host's top two players, I should say.
Top three.
And that's one, all-star of the week is going to be Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is going against the Seattle Seahawks, who has given up the most yards to wide receivers this year. And last week he went against Houston, and he scored about like 26 points. And that trend is just going to continue with the Minnesota Vikings. This week and the week after that when they go in against Atlanta. So good things coming from Adam Thielen.
Mm-hmm.
For his sleeper of the week, I'm just gonna have to give it to T.Y. Hilton. We haven't seen so much production out of T.Y. Hilton this season. Coming off with some younger studs playing for ahead of him, but like those players have been getting Paris Campbell and who was the other one?
Oh damn! It was Campbell and no, it wasn't Pascal. Pascal's still in. Damn, I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. But
they're all rookies, bro. Like, all the receivers, I'm like, what? Like, T.Y. Hilton's the only veteran there. And, I saw the game, and, like, Phillip Rivers throws deep balls to him, bro. Like
Yeah.
he throws deep balls to him, but sometimes he overthrows him, or sometimes T.Y. Hilton just
like
doesn't catch it.
double covered, or
Yeah, like dude, it touches his hands and then like he drops it. Like, bro,
yeah.
those are like so many points he could have given me, but whatever. This is
Yeah.
football.
He's going against Cleveland, and they're the second team, tied with the Atlanta Falcons for wide receivers, giving the most yards to them. But I see high production in this week, and if you have him in the other leagues, I'd probably start him too. So watch out for T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, he's gonna give me eight points for sure, I think.
I'll see more.
Yeah.
But what a week for him to bounce back in that week.
Yep.
Already. Adolfo, you want to take us up in our next matchup?
Oh yeah. Let's go with my next matchup right here. I'm gonna have Mr. Your Hurst Nightmare against El Ilegal. Let's go. Oof. This is a good matchup. This I almost picked this as like my go-to game of the week, but there's just another game that's real. It's real beautiful, man. But this one is just close. It's just as good, maybe. For Mr. El Ilegal over here, I'm gonna have to give my number one spot to Mr. Alvin Kamara, bro. Alvin Kamara has just been killing it. I think he's like the number one player with the most points or something like that. But dude, like this guy, he's the new Christian McCaffrey since he's out.
Yeah.
Like this dude scores 20, 30, 40 points for you like every week. I don't know how he does it. He's crazy. Last time I was watching the game and I was like so pissed because like literally every play the ball was to him. Like, oh, run from Alvin Kamara. Run from Alvin Kamara. Pass to Alvin Kamara. Like, dude, what's going on? Like, you have other players there.
Yeah. They don't have Michael Thomas anymore. So
yeah. They don't have Michael Thomas anymore. So, but like, still, they have Sanders and they have Smith. Like, bro.
Yeah.
But oh well. But yeah, it's gonna have to be Mr. Alvin Kamara for sure.
Yeah.
And for his sleeper, I'm gonna have to pick. Damn, man. I can't sleep on any one of these. All these, I'm pretty shook. Nah, but for sleeper, it's gonna have to be Mr. Miles Sanders for sure, man. Miles Sanders, he's one of those running backs, kind of like Joe Mixon and Kenyan Drake. Like he either does good for you or he doesn't. He might get 14, 20 points for you, or he might get 10 or 8. You never know. But yeah, I could see this guy either blowing up or getting stopped by that defense, which is he's going against the Pittsburgh defense. And I'm telling you, these guys did not let Saquon Barkley run at all.
And they broke him.
They broke him too. Like, I don't know, man. I'd be pretty scared if I were Miles Sanders. I'd be like praying right now, prendiendo la velita, like shit, showering with holy water, going to sleep. Like, bro, this defense has been just destroying running backs. Like, you cannot run against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, it's just impossible. But yeah, it's gonna have to be those two players. Moving to your Hurst Nightmare. Let's go. For Mr. Sleeper over here, it's gonna have to be. I'm gonna do my sleeper first for Hurst Nightmare, because I've been wanting to talk about this guy, and it's in his name, Hurst. Hayden Hurst, which is why he named himself Your Hurst nightmare.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that.
No, this guy was good. Like this guy was an all-star, man. Like he
Yeah.
baller. He's a freaking baller. But he hasn't been doing so good in the NFL. So, he had one good game with 18.20 points, but the rest of the games are between 5 to 10 points. So, he's either going to do amazing for you or he's not, And he's going against that Carolina defense who's been pretty good. So, yeah, that's my sleeper for Mr. Your Hurst Nightmare. But yeah. And for his baller, man, who else would I pick but Clyde Edwards, man? Clyde has been killing it this whole season. He didn't have that good of a game last week against the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that was a tough defense.
Yeah, but that's a tough defense, man. That was a defensive game. I'm surprised that the Patriots held them that long. They kind of gave up the fourth quarter, but yeah, man, this is crazy.
He's going against the Las Vegas Raiders defense, who gave up so many yards to Alvin Kamara that 1 week. Yeah.
So he's gonna be destroying that LA defense. I mean that Las Vegas defense.
For sure.
Yes, it's gonna be a hell of a game for him this week. For my winner, man, it's gonna depend on Michael Thomas for El Ilegal. If Michael Thomas plays and does good, I'm gonna have to give it to El Ilegal. But if Michael Thomas sits out another week, or if he plays but they don't use him as much because they want to ease him into the field, then El Ilegal is gonna lose.
Yeah.
So, if he does good, Ilegal is gonna win it for sure. If he's out or he does bad,
nah, I think they're gonna hold him till after their bye week.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, those high ankle sprains are no joke, man. And I just don't think that he's gonna be 100%. He's not. No way he's going to be top wide receiver like he was last year.
True that. I did not see that. Their bye week is next week. So, sending him out for one more game. But this is a big game with the LA Chargers, So you never know. I think what I do is I just play him, but I wouldn't start him. I keep him in my fourth string. And just if you're losing and screw it. Put him in there for a drive. And put him in the third quarter, put him in the fourth quarter, whenever you need him, probably do that, or just sit him the whole game and risk getting another L. But yeah, man, I feel like Robert has this under control.
Commercial break.
Oh.
Commercial break.
This episode sponsored by Burger King.
Sponsored by Burger King. Thank you for our sponsors at Burger King, where you eat fresh. I mean, wait, that's Subway.
Hey, I'm letting y'all know right now. I only set my lineup.
God.
I got some special shenanigans.
I'm cutting all this out.
Hey man, there's no free sponsors here. Burger King, if you've seen this, hit us up. We'll sponsor you. I mean, so you can sponsor us and we can promote you.
Oh man, this is so
our
unprofessional.
show with 30 viewers. Just think about it, man. 30 more people you could have eating your burgers. Yeah, so for my winner of this week is gonna have to be Robert for sure. It's gonna be a hell of a game, bro. It's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Diggs, man, Diggs can go off. Diggs has been doing good, but Robinson and DJ Chark have been doing good too. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Robert. Robert seems like he's making a comeback. I saw him. He's been scoring, and he's been beating teams. So I feel like he's gonna start his winning streak now.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Robert for this one.
For sure. And I think I'm gonna agree with you on that one. He has the cards, stacked up for him, and he's gonna play them all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for my last matchup, before we get into game of the week, and that is going to be El Paisano versus Mr. Azteca. For Paisano's been on a hell of a winning streak, and Mr. Azteca just got his first win last week, and this is gonna be a really good matchup. This was also almost match of the week, but we'll see about that. For Mr. El Paisano's star player of the week, that is going to be Mr. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has just been consistent every single week for the Minnesota Vikings, and going against the Seattle Seahawks, I don't expect anything less from him. And for his sleeper of the week is going to be Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd has been Joe Burrow's favorite, wide receiver, and he's going against Baltimore. Not a favorable defense, but I see at least a touchdown from him, from that team, going to Tyler Boyd. And for Azteca's team, his star player is no other than DK Metcalf, another consistent and favorable player on Mr. Azteca's team, going against the Minnesota Vikings. He's been catching just bombs out of the air, and also I think what was that catch for when they played Dallas, and he almost made a touchdown, but it was just like a foot away from the goal line.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. And then for his sleeper of the week is just gonna have to be Mr. Scary Terry McLaurin. Man, this dude, also another consistent player. He's had 11-point game, a 25-point game, a 12-point game, and a 21-point game last week. He's going against the LA Rams. Not a favorable defense, but I see him still scoring at least 10 points, or if not even more, if they can sneak through that Ram defense. But if you look at last week, he had 14 targets, 10 receptions, and then 118 receiving yards. What else do you want from this dude?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as for my winner of this week, I'm gonna go for the upset and just go for Omar on this. He has Patrick Mahomes, DK Metcalf, Brandon Ayuk, who just came out of nowhere last week. Chris Carson, coming off that injury last week and playing really good. Antonio Gibson, who had a monster week. And what else can you want? El Paisano, I'm not downplaying anything of him. He has a really good team. I really respect that team with Kyler Murray going to the New York Jets. Odell Beckham, who had a really good week this week. He could have another fucking nice ass game. And then we have Darrell Henderson, Keenan Allen, and for his bench, he has Hunter Renfrow, Cole Beasley. He has some players that are just kind of fucked right now with Devontae Adams, but he should be back next week. So maybe we'll see Devontae Adams on this lineup, and we'll see maybe Fournette if he comes back. But for right now, my vote is for Mr. Azteca.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. The only threats I see right now for El Paisano would be Kyler Murray, Boyd, Cook, and Keenan Allen. I'm feeling a little bit hesitant about OBJ going against that number one defense, and also I feel a little bit hesitant about Mr. Henderson over here, Jr. Him and Brown get handouts 50-50, So I don't think he'll be scoring a lot. Also, I feel like he's starting to get the feel of the NFL momentum, and he's starting to get his body a little bit banged up. So
also, I heard Cam Akers might be making a comeback. So
yeah, Akers for sure too. Like they have a lot of running backs, bro. It's like crazy. It's kind of like Tampa Bay,
San Francisco,
Jones and Fournette, San Francisco with Mozart and what's his name?
Jarek McKinnon.
With McKinnon and Coleman.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, like they have so many good running backs they could use. Kind of like the Jaguars too, with Chris Thomas, Chris Thompson, sorry. Chris Thompson, and also with that new rookie Robinson. Like that dude's been balling out. Channing picked him up. But yeah, man, I feel like he might be getting his first L to this week by Mr. Azteca.
Cool. Alrighty, and then we're gonna jump into our match of the week. This is our last matchup, and we're gonna just jump right into it. So for our match of the week, we're gonna start off with Mr. Ricky Bobby. I'm just gonna say his baller of the week is just gonna be DeAndre Hopkins. What perfect matchup he's going against the New York Jets. Like any team that goes against the New York Jets, they're just gonna ball out. Let's see. Last week he had. Last week he didn't do so well, but also he was also coming off a little bit like an injury, so he was limited. But I don't expect anything less from Mr. DeAndre Hopkins. Who had like weeks going like 29 points, 20 points, 23 points. I think it's just the game that he just bounces back on. And for his sleeper of the week, it's just going to be Dallas Cowboys' CeeDee Lamb, who had like an amazing week last week, and Mr. Ricky Bobby didn't even play him.
Yep, probably regretting that, but he still got that win.
Yeah, and
it's gonna be a really interesting game this week.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb had like a rushing attempt, 3 rushing yards, 7 targets, 5 receptions, and then 79 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. That dude went off, man. And then want to take it off for El Sicario de LA?
Yeah, man. For El Sicario de LA, we have his number 1 baller of the week. It's going to have to be Mr. Robbie Anderson, man. Mr. Robbie Anderson has been killing it with getting 25 points, 17, 11, and then 17 again. Like, bro, this guy has been going crazy, and I feel like he finally found his team where he belongs to. So, and he's going against that Atlanta defense, so he's gonna ball out for sure against Atlanta. And for his sleeper of the week, man, I don't know why he's playing Mozart and McKinnon at the same time. I'd say just pick one or the other, man. Either one of them's gonna do good. I'd probably go with McKinnon though. Mozart's still gonna be a little bit eased out, or maybe they might sit him this week. Whatever. But
he also has Jameson Crowder on the bench. What the hell, man, Manolo?
Yeah. I was gonna say that too. He has Crowder and he has Juju Smith-Schuster on his bench, so I feel like he's gonna put those players in.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, man, I'd say, yeah, he doesn't have that many good running backs on his bench or playing right now, but I'd probably sit down Joshua Kelly. Just sit him out this week, man. It's been 2 weeks in a row where he hasn't done anything for you.
Yeah. Well,
So
now,
I probably just sit him out and start the two San Francisco running backs. And then for his flex, I'd probably put either Crowder or Juju Smith, whichever one he feels more comfortable with.
don't
But yeah.
downplay Joshua Kelly like that. Like, just know that now that Eckler's not playing for what 6 weeks or 4 weeks. You know, fuck me, right? Like he's the next one up. So, but yeah, maybe not playing this week. Get your studs back like Mostert, and then play Crowder and Juju.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a shootout, but a passing shootout, not a running shootout. You know.
Yeah, but both teams have respectable players, and it's really hard to pick who would win on this one.
Yeah, and I mean even when like Eckler went out, Kelly still didn't do much when they were playing against who they were playing against. They were playing against someone good. Was it? Oh yeah, they were playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, it was just a shootout passing. It was all Keenan Allen and their wide receivers and yeah, it was mostly passing games. But yeah.
Yeah. We'll see about that. As for winner,
Mr. Manolo does. Also, I see that Mike Evans is questionable, and he's going against that Chicago defense. So
yeah, he still played even whenever people thought he was questionable during the game, and he still scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's good.
I think he just has to walk it out, and he'll be fine.
That's gonna be a good Sunday night game. Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins going at it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who's your pick of the week, Dario?
I'm rooting for you, Manolo, so I have to pick for Manolo. Just stick with my brother on that one.
I'm rooting for you too, Manolo, but Ricky Bobby's been on a roll, bro. And his team looks pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Kittle going against Miami. Hopkins against those Jets. Lamar Jackson against the Cincinnati Bengals. I feel like every badass freaking play from Lamar Jackson came from a fucking Bengals game.
Yeah.
And I just feel like he's gonna be running all over them, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ricky Bobby on this one.
Cool. All right. And I think that wraps things up for week. Was it 4? 5.
5, man.
Week 5 of helmet to helmet. Sorry, we
month has already passed by, fellas.
Yeah. Shit, people are talking in the background. We're gonna end it real quick and see you guys next week.
Go Lakers, champs.
Oh yeah. They play tonight. Maybe no, they lost last week, so they can't be the. But by next week we'll see a basketball championship. I don't give a fuck about the basketball. Basketball's boring, but
I like basketball a little bit, not that much, but yeah, I like it. It's good.
We'll see. I think it's gonna be the Lakers though.
Yeah, Lakers are gonna win though. I don't know if they're gonna win this today or tomorrow, but they're gonna win the series for sure. They're gonna win the finals.
Either way, fuck basketball and fuck anybody who likes basketball. See you guys next week.